Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my allotment life series. So I've got a lovely little cup of Earl Grey here with some honey, and it's such a mild, beautiful day. If the winter stays like this, I will be so incredibly happy. So I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about my journey on the allotment as a solo female and the lessons that I've learned along the way, and hopefully can just pass on and share some wisdom, some guidance for those of you who want to start your allotment and self-sustainable journey. So I'm just heading to the plot now, and one thing to think about for definite is storms and how they will affect your plot. So let's have a little look what we're dealing with. But there's been a huge storm here in the UK, and I don't really know what damage has been done, but it's been extremely windy. But luckily the allotments here are quite protected by each other's fences and structures, and yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look like much has been going on. Maybe a few things have sort of blown over. A couple of glass panels out of the greenhouse have definitely came out, but other than that we are practically the same. A mess. But yes, I would just definitely like to take this time and share with you some of the things I have learned along the way about having an allotment. So the first thing I am going to say is time and patience. If you take on a plot like I have, then you need to have patience, and if not, you're going to have to be prepared to learn a lot about yourself. So yeah, patience is definitely a thing. So things are going to take a while. Rome wasn't built in a day. My lovely neighbours and my lovely YouTube family are like, just do it bit by bit, girl, you've got this. Take it slow, bit by bit, do what you can. And I have really had to fully surrender to that. The weather here in the UK, so you have the weather to contend with, and our weather here, especially in the northeast, practically Scotland, it's not always the most predictable. So you really have to be prepared to be flexible with the weather. Like yesterday, the day before, and the day before that, it was beautiful. Like today, like a really gorgeous, mild sort of winter day. And then all of a sudden, I had plans to come and film, to get really stuck in, do like 6 hours of work at the allotment. And then we had a storm for like 3 days. So I couldn't really do much, never mind go to the allotment. And then you have got inspections to think about. So every now and then you will get the council wanting to come and inspect the plot and see if you are here and you are actively working on it, which I didn't realise until happened. And then I got served a notice, which I really didn't. I just thought you pay the allotment fees and then practically the thing's yours until you give it up or pass it on. I didn't realise the rules and regulations about that, so definitely look into that. Another thing, I think, being a solo female on allotment is you definitely have to get used to asking for help. So in the summer months when I was here working hard, moving heavy things, I really lent on my neighbours, and luckily they are so nice. They let me borrow their tools, wheelbarrows, things that I didn't have yet. So I would definitely say utilise, befriend and connect with your neighbours, because they are great allies to have on an allotment. They know this land, which direction the sun comes up and goes down, and they really are a source of wisdom here on the allotment. So I would definitely say befriend them and pick their brains about anything that you need, and if they are nice enough, then they might be able to help you physically as well as borrow you nice tools to get your jobs done until you get some. And along with your neighbours, I would definitely say get your friends here, get your family here. Most of your friends and family will probably really want to get stuck in and help you, because it's such a fun thing to do. Everyone feels better after being out in nature and helping people, actually. So I would definitely say if you're not used to asking for help or allowing help, then that's something that you should definitely get used to, because I have been that person. I have been that strong-minded female who would just wants to do it all herself. And honestly, I think strength in numbers, teamwork makes the dream work. So then I would definitely go on to talking about tools. Now, I am still learning a lot here, but I would say get a spade, get a shovel, get some really good strong gloves. A wheelbarrow is definitely handy, but I would say look on Facebook cheap shop for these things, because a lot of the time people are giving secondhand stuff like that away for free or very cheap. And when you are starting out, until you get to know what you need, etc., I wouldn't go splashing out on really expensive things. I would just try and utilize and recycle as much as you can, because allotment life really is about utilizing what we can when we can and being really creative. And then on the days where I am not at the allotment, I am typically watching videos about allotment life or gardening for beginners and stuff like that, because that really helps. That's like your homework, that's like allotment homework, I would call it. It's really doing your research behind the scenes so that when you come here you've got a bit more of a plan and idea. And then I would definitely go on to say plan your allotment out, get a piece of paper, plan it out. If you prefer words, write it down. If you prefer digital, do it on your iPad. um if you want to go the extra mile and start taking measurements and stuff like that, then do what you need to do to get organized and prepared and create that vision in your mind, because once you have that vision, it makes working so much more efficient. So I would definitely say plan your allotment. So yeah, I would definitely say those have been some of my challenges and some of my biggest lessons that I have learned. Oh, and another thing, one of my biggest lessons here on the allotment is cover things up, because I wasn't here for a little while during the spring and summer months, and last year we had a boat load of rain, and oh my god, this allotment was worse than when I first got it. This is the video of me tackling the weeds that had sprouted up that were here when I returned, and I almost myself. Literally. Like, I could not believe it. And luckily, I'm grateful that I had some beautiful help with the strimmer, with my friends, and yeah, we managed to bring it back to sort of basics, to the level that I sort of got it at when I first got it. So I would definitely say the last and one of my biggest lessons is cover things up when you're not here, because when things are covered, the sunlight doesn't get to it, the rain doesn't get to it, and the weeds die in the earth, which just makes life so much easier. So I'll actually show you, because over here, oh my god, there's my two raised beds. So exciting. Look how neat they look. I mean, there's bits missing at the end and everything, but that is like perfection for me. But like this, for example, I got these two sheets from B&Q, and they have been a lifesaver, because look at the back here. So it's winter, so it's not that bad, but still, you know, they are here, they are thriving, they are growing. So, oh, that sunshine is so beautiful, so beautiful. So yeah, I would definitely just cover your things up, and it will just honestly be such a help for you. So yes, I hope you have enjoyed this quite short but hopefully informative video for you beginner allotment life gardeners. Honestly, it's one of the most rewarding things that I have ever done. It's a huge passion project for me. Like, it really helps my mental health, you know, physicality. It gets you really working hard, you get sweating, so it's great for physical health, emotional health, mental health. You know, I've had a couple of cries here, definitely laughed so much here. It really does become like your own little sanctuary, and it's a little sanctuary for me like this. So imagine what it's going to be like when I can see all of the plants growing and all of the hard work that I've put in literally flourishing in front of my eyes. That is going to be so rewarding, and that is the thing that keeps me going. And just the ability to be able to provide food continuously for myself and my daughter and my family and friends, it's just a top buzz. And yeah, I will see you on my next video. Mwah!